Sick?
Yeah, I'm sick. Yeah, I have COVID.
Oh, you have a
So
COVID.
Yeah, I have COVID. So I took a test 2 days ago and I got the results
Yesterday,
yesterday.
coming
Yeah.
class.
Oh, yeah. I overslept by one minute. So I woke up at the class was at 9 and I woke up at 9:01 and joined, but you had cancelled the lessons. So yeah, and yesterday I had COVID as well. So I just been sleeping. As soon as I finish my lesson, I go back to bed. And then I sleep about, let's say, 18 hours a day at the moment. I'm just sleeping. Not doing anything else. Not even, not going out to the beach, not doing anything. I'm just sleeping at the moment. So anyway, how are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm better. I'm very better.
You're okay. Okay. You're definitely better than me. So I don't know anyone who is worse than me. Yeah, so I woke up exactly this time yesterday. So I just missed the lesson by 1 minute. And then it does take about 3 minutes to get into the lesson because Cambly works quite slowly. So you have to take about 5 minutes to get into the lesson in Cambly. So I'm sorry about that. But I was there for Joy's lesson. I was there for Wan's lesson.
Okay.
And it says slide 16, but I think we've done this one. So let me look at this. Yeah, okay. So we had vocabulary. Let's go back to the vocabulary here. Where is the vocabulary?
Where's vocabulary?
What? Yeah, vocabulary, the words. Yeah, okay. So possible. If something is possible, it can happen. It is possible that it will rain today. Not very likely. It is not, it's like a 1% chance of rain. There is no clouds in the sky, but it's still possible. But it's impossible. Or not possible.
Not possible.
Impossible. It's not possible that cats and dogs will fall out of the sky. But it is possible that it will rain. It could happen. It's able to happen if something is possible. To be willing to do something is to be happy to do something. I'm willing to do that. Will you take? My brother says, "Oh, could you look after the cats? We're going to London for the weekend. Can you come over and look after my cats?" Yeah, I'm really willing to do that because I love cats. So I'm willing to do that. If my brother asked me, would you be willing to kill my chickens? I'd go, no, I'm not willing to do that. I don't want to kill your chickens. Because my brother keeps chickens in his garden. He's got a very, very big garden. So only 6 chickens, but yeah. And they just use the chickens for eggs. So they've got a little chicken house. Actually, it's a very nice chicken house. And so you go every morning and you get fresh eggs. And you have, fried eggs for breakfast. The eggs, when we pick the eggs up from the chicken house, they're still warm. And then we cook them straight away. And oh, they are gorgeous. But I would not be willing to kill those chickens because you get to know them. They become like pets. I'm willing to look after the cats over the weekend. Very willing, very willing. I'm very happy to do that job, but I'm not willing to kill my brother's chickens. The next word is, it's could. So again, it's about a possibility. I can play the guitar. I can play the guitar. I could play the guitar. Could is the past tense of can. I could play the guitar when I was 8 years old. That's when I learned to play the guitar. So I could play the guitar when I was 8, but when I was 6 years old, I could not play the guitar. So we're talking about a past tense of the ability to do something, which we usually use the modal verb can. I can do this. I can write my name. I can read. I can play the guitar. I can play the drums. I can do those things. I could play the drums when I was 11. When I was younger than 11, I could not play the drums. So I learned how to play the drums at the age of 11. And I learned how to play the guitar when I was 8 years old. So I can play the guitar. I can play the drums. I could play the drums when I was 11. I could play the guitar when I was 8, but before that, I could not. I could not play the guitar or the drums. And then to mind doing something. Yeah, I don't mind doing this. So again, it's a bit like being willing to. So when my brother says, "Oh, do you mind coming over this weekend and looking after the cats?" I go, yeah, no, I don't mind that. I'm absolutely happy. I'm very willing to look after the cats for the weekend. But my brother would ask me, do you mind coming over and staying over my house for the weekend while we go to London? Do you mind doing that? Like, do you have a problem with it? Or are you okay? And no, I'm very willing. You know me. You know I love cats. I will be very happy. I will be very willing to come over to your house and look after your cats. I don't mind at all looking after your cats this weekend. Also, you've got a very, very, very big TV and like 5,000 channels and lots of movies. So, of course, I'm very happy to stay at your place for the weekend. Okay, so that's the vocabulary. Let's move on. We had some listening exercises. I think we've done that one. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we've got A and B. Can you be A and I'll be B? But first of all, I'll read and you repeat. So A says, "Good morning, Deb. Could I please ask you about something?"
Good morning, David. Could I please ask you about something?
And Deb says, "Sure. What's up?"
Sure, what's up? Sure, what's up?
A says, "I don't think I'm able to go to happy hour after work. Do you mind if I sit it out?"
I don't think I'm able to go to happy hour after work. Do you mind if I sit up?
Well, can you go on Friday at least?
Whoa, can you go on Friday list?
Well, I'm not sure. Would it be possible to get back to you about that?
Well, I'm not sure. Would it be possible to get back to you about that? About that.
Okay, I think in America, happy hour is more important than it is in Britain. But happy hour is when you finish work, and happy hour tends to be 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. or 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. And it's when all the drinks at a bar are half price. So the office workers go to happy hour after work, particularly on Friday, the last working day of the week. So happy hour is kind of like quite important. Yeah, I've never done it myself. I've never worked in a company where they had a happy hour thing going on. But then I worked in a bar, so it was, every hour was happy hour. Okay, so what is A's problem? Why is A asking Deb? Deb is short for Deborah. Why is A asking Deborah?
I think that I'm able to go happy
Yeah.
an hour after work.
Yeah, that's it. He doesn't think that he is able to go to happy hour. And then what is Deborah's reply? What does she say?
What is it? Well, can I go and fly at least?
Yeah, so she's asking, well, could you go on Friday at least? At least means that, maybe they do happy hour every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But Friday is the most important one because it's the last working day. But you know, well, can you go on Friday? Can you make it on Friday at least? And he's not sure. And he's going to get back to her about that. So he's going to think about it. He's going to work out whether he can make it. And then he will tell her again a little bit later. Okay, I don't think we need to stay on that slide very often, very much. Okay, we've got some more. We've got A and B. So A says, hi, oh gosh, hi, Professor. Wow, okay. We didn't say things like that when I was at university. We didn't say hi, Professor. We said, hello. Hello, Professor. Okay, so I will say hello, Professor. Could I please ask about something?
Hello, Professor. Could I please ask about something?
And then if he's a professor, well, okay. None of my professors ever said something like, sure, what's up?
Sure, what's up? Sure, what's up?
I don't think I can work late nights. Would you mind if I changed my schedule?
I don't think I can work later nights. Would you mind if I change my schedule?
Schedule. And I would correct him here. I would say, could you do one night a week. But okay, he's saying, well, can you just do one night a week?
Well, can you just do one night a week?
And she says, well, I'm not sure. Would it be possible to get back to you about that?
Well, I'm not sure. Would it be possible to get back you about that?
So when you're a university student, you don't have to work late nights. But if you're actually a postgraduate student, so you've done your degree, and you're studying, particularly science. Sometimes I would be working until 2 o'clock in the morning. Actually, quite often I'd be working till 2 o'clock in the morning as a researcher. So particularly with science, we work very, very late nights. Sometimes it was quite good. Often it was very boring. Okay, again, that's not very interesting conversation. So in this lesson, okay, so this bit is about polite requests.
Polite.
Being polite. So do you mind if?
Do you mind if?
Do you mind if I open the? Do you mind if I open the window? It's a bit hot in here or something like that. Do you mind? Or as they say in the brackets here, do you mind doing something? Do you mind not smoking? Do you mind not eating in front of me, or whatever, you know? But do you mind as the beginning of a polite request? Would you be willing to? Would you be willing? Like my brother might ask me, would you be willing to cat sit for me? Like look after my cats for the weekend? Of course I will. I would be more than willing to look after your cats. They're beautiful. Cosmo and Bowie and what's the girl's cat? What's the girl cat name? Leia. Of course it is. Leia, Bowie, Cosmo. With my brother's three cats. I love them. So would you be willing to look after my cats for me this weekend? Of course. I don't mind at all. I love your cats. And could you please? So could, not can you please. Can you please is also fairly polite, but if you use the past tense, could you please do this? Could you please open the window? Could you? I've got lots of heavy books in my hands. Could you please open the door for me so I can get through? Rather than using can. So can is the present tense of having an ability to do something. So it says, be careful. Requests that start with can might sound impolite. They don't really sound impolite. It's just that if you say, can you open the door for me? It's a more direct request. It doesn't sound as polite as if you say, could you open the door for me? So instead of using, can you do this? You say, oh, could you do this? And that always sounds more polite. Would you be willing to? Would you be willing to do this? Do you mind doing this? So Okay, let's think of something. So the professor is asking Deb, could you please help me with this project? Could you please help me with this project? So the professor has a project on.
Yeah.
And so try to use, do you mind? Would you be willing to, could you please, to make requests that you might need with your project? You are, oh, let's say you are building a shed in your garden. You've got a garden. You've got a garden and you're building a little shed, like a little hut to put tools and things in. And you want help from a neighbor. So use those three ways. Do you mind? Would you be willing to, could you please, to ask your neighbor how would they help you building a garden, little garden shed? It's kind of like, you know, my brother's got he's got like 10 garden sheds. So it's a like a small house kind of thing. It's like that. And you put, it's got a door, and you put tools, you put shovels and screwdrivers and electrical things and whatever in the garden shed, and bicycles and skateboards and things like that. So it's called a shed. Hang on, let's write the word shed. S-H-E-D. It's so difficult to write with this pen. That's an E, by the way. Okay. Shed. And a garden shed. It's in your garden. It's not big. It's kind of same size as this room, and you put your bicycle, you put your tools, you put your shovels, and you put your saw, and you put your other things in. It might have a bench where you can do some like woodwork, and you want to build a shed in your garden, but you need some help from your neighbors. So using those polite requests by using do you mind, would you be willing to, and could you please? Can you think of things that you would ask your neighbors how to help you?
Please repeat question.
Okay, so you want to build a shed.
You want to build
a little garden shed in your garden, and you need some help from your neighbors, people living next door to you.
Neighbors.
So, for instance, it could be, well, the truck comes with all the wood for the garden shed, and your neighbor's car is in the way. So you go you go to your neighbor and go, oh, excuse me, do you mind if you move your car? I'm having a lot of wood delivered. Do you mind moving your car? Or could you please move your car? I think in that case, it would be, do you mind? Oh, excuse me. Oh, hi, Peter. I've got a lorry of wood. I'm building a shed in my garden. Do you mind moving your car? It's kind of like blocking the way that the truck needs to come in. Okay, cheers. Thank you. Bye. Something like that. And then maybe you want a bit of hand like getting the framework up. So you get Peter from that house and John from that house, and you say, oh, would you be willing to I just need someone to like hold that framework up while I put the beam across. So I want you to hold that A-frame bit and you to hold that A-frame bit, and then I will use a step ladder and I will knock nails or screw the top beam in place. And then actually I do need a hand to put the roof on and put the sides on. So could you please kind of help me with that, or would you be willing to spend some time just making my shed? And then as a reward, we will have a barbecue later. Free food for all your families. So something like that. Yeah, you need help with doing a project, building a shed, and you use those polite requests. Do you mind doing it? Oh, would you be willing to? Do you mind moving your car so the wood can be delivered? Would you be willing to help me put the shed up? Or could you please pass me the hammer? Oh, hang on, not that hammer, the other hammer, the claw hammer. I need to get this nail out. Thank you. Okay, anyway, the example. Okay, you want to know where the bathroom is? Number 3.
Sure.
So you're at a restaurant, or you're at a train station or bus station, and you need to go to the bathroom, but you can't see it. So you ask someone who works there. How would you ask them to show you where the bathroom is? Politely.
Politely.
So, direct question. Direct question is, where is the bathroom?
Where is the bathroom?
It's not polite.
No.
Direct questions are not polite. To make a polite question, you form an indirect question. So it'd be something like this. It is longer, but it will sound more